Good evening, race fans, and welcome along to a bit more audio. Welcome along to QRT's Sunday Night Multi-Class League. It's the GT3s, it's the Porsche Cup cars, and tonight we're in Germany. It's the Nürburgring. Oh yes, 98 minutes with a mandatory pit stop for the drivers to take here in round number 2. And of course, prizes up for grabs in this one as well, powered by Coach Dave Delta. There are 6 prizes up for grab. P1, 2 and 3 overall will receive a pass each, and further passes will be issued for Championship's most consistent driver, Championship most valid laps, and best overtake of the Championship. So a couple of early contenders for that last season. We've also got consistency points added over the series as well. First through 5th in the consistency standings will receive 10, 8, 6, 4 and 2 points respectively. Last week we saw in the pro split, Damien Konzig bring home the bacon very eloquently indeed. Casangina in second place with Gran in P3. In the silver split, Dogacharay brought home the top spot with Tyler McCulloch and Ralph Vest in third. And it is Jerome Jongen leading the way in the Porsche Cup car split with Lando Mock in second and Silviu Slama in third place. No fastest laps, but of course you can see there please see separate CP result sheets, of course, for the consistency points, which have not loaded. But it is Jongen who's leading the way in the championship in the Porsche Cup car with 33 points at the moment. We're walking second, Slama in third place. I'll get the confirmation on those results. Before we move over, give me... And of course, sorry, in the races as well, I keep forgetting this one. Any lap 1 incidents will be an instant drive-through penalty and 3 penalty points in the championship. So definitely best to keep the powder well and truly dry on the opening lap. In quali, on the other hand, absolutely let it fly. Thomas Nopek doing so at the moment. He is not an AM, he is in the wild card. Tice Payne is in the wild cards as well. We've got Porsche Cup cars, you can see the pros and the silvers. It's Adrian Hanowitz for the Team Schumi Skins car. He's got the McLaren up on the top spot. Jay Sherlock in second in the Mustang, and Ben Gilroy, there he is there, sees 2 McLarens and 2 Schumi Skins cars in the top 3 for the pros. In the silver is McCulloch, who we can happily report livery is working today, even if I can't see him on the board. There he is there, 10th place. Leading the way for the silvers at the moment, Schoberg in 13th overall. Second in the silvers, and Dogacharay, last week's winner, in third place. And then in the Porsche Cup cars, Hajo Horman and Jerome Jongen had quite the battle at the start of last week's race. It was Jongen who crossed the line at first, Horman not making it to the end after suffering a whole lot of damage. He is ahead of Jongen by a fair amount at the moment, and he doesn't look like he's slowing down any in the 2 remaining minutes of quality that we've got. Optimum track, 25 degrees as well, so the drivers being treated to some very nice conditions this evening. Mock also looking good this round. After a solid opening round, he sees himself in the Echo Air Porsche Cup car third place with Steiner in 4th position. Only the 4 Post Cup cars this week. I do think they will start somewhere at the back, although not much of a difference between Planet and Horman there. Danny McCutcheon setting some good times in 21st position in the Silvers. He's in the pit, so he'll be done with qualifying along with Florinda in the AMG. Not sure if that livery has fully worked. But the Scuderia Jafost's AMG, another car in the pit. We've also got Chris Berger in the pits, just outside. In fact, he's just dropped to 12th position. Jay Sherlock is in the pits. Thomas Nopek has gone second, and Damien, returning champion Konza. Oh no, sorry, that's for the Thursday night. My apologies, getting ahead of myself. Thursday night, GT3 Season 4. Damien won Season 3, got quite a battle on his hands for Season 4, and clearly can't get enough of the racing at QRT. He's out here in the Sunday night season as well, and the big brain driver is 7,500s ahead of Thomas Nopek at the minute. Sherlock is in the pits. Hanowitz, Angelo and Kilroy are all still out on the track, so too Jace Wright. Again, his livery hasn't worked this time. We will see if we can get that one fixed. But Jace certainly putting in some good times. Hanowitz is looking good. Nopek's just gone pole. Nopek has just gone pole. The Meta McLaren may be returning. Is Nopek and Konzig. Less than half a 10 separate them. Konzig is still out on track. Nopek is going to get another lap in as well, actually. Hanowitz going quickly. So too his teammate Ben Gilroy. Both of those drivers 3/10 up on their lap. That's not too bad. Jerome Jongen, he's just started another lap. He needs to find 6/10 of a second. Hajo Horman as calm as a coma in the pits. That's a whole lot of time that Jongen needs to find. Nopek is still finding time. Hanowitz did cross the line and go 1300. Oh wow, he got to within 1300, so he got a whole lot quicker. And he got himself between Konzig and Nopek. Konzig coming round the last corner. Nopek got a couple of corners to go, and Konzig is going to cross the line, and he's going to see no improvement. No improvement. He needed not much time at all to get himself onto the front row. Meta McLaren, I hear you say. Oh, now is Konzig going to find any more time? He's got a lot of traffic ahead of him. These top three got 2/10 back to Jay Sherlock, who himself has got half a tenth to Angelo and Gilroy. A whole lot of slipstream through Ad Van Bogen. There's Dogac Ray in the Silvers. And in fact, John, look at DeLuca behind Ray on track. Ray is down on his time. DeLuca is most definitely up on his time. You can see himself a couple of positions. Nopek peels into the pits. Ray finds his way into the gravel, and DeLuca crosses the line. To set a time. Let's have a look. Oh no, let's have a look that way. There we go. So the Cup cars. Horman and Jongen separated by almost half a second, so a bit of time back towards Jongen, but Horman looking very good for this round. Mock and Steiner third and fourth. In the GT3s, the wildcards Nopek and Payne doing not too bad at all, as we will see in the overall standings. But in the GT3 Silvers, it was McCulloch who took the top spot by 8,500, not to be outdone by the pros. That is the combined gap between the top three pros, so not too bad from the Silvers, with Ray in third, Madsen in fourth place, Sokolov and Planik in fifth and sixth, Le Glen in seventh, McCutcheon and Florinda eighth and ninth. But Florinda 25th overall. So it does have a couple of pros behind them. In the pros, as we can see, it's Nopek in the wild card that took the overall qualifying top spot, but Hanowitz gets himself top spot in the pros with no purple sectors. It's in Konzig and Sherlock now. Let's go back to the timetable. Just waiting to drive. It is a short formation lap, so we don't get the full, quite get the full lap to do the run through. But we'll see if we can make it happen a little bit. Yeah, we can make it fly through. Right, we've got a minute to go. Can't quite hit drive. But yeah, as you can see, very, very close. Whoop! Up at the top there, 4300s and 300s. Between the 1 minute 53.202, 0.232 and 0.245. So 3 drivers hitting a 1 minute 53.2. That is, yeah, disturbingly close from the drivers up at the top, as you would expect here at QRT. It is round number 2 of the Sunday Night League, with GT3s and Porsche Cup cars. We'll see if we can't get a very quick run through of the cars. I do mean a very quick run through. We've got a very short run through the final chicane and on to the start-finish straight for the race. I've got a solid turnout as well. Overall, 31 cars, 4 of them in the Porsche Cup cars. Apologies, I know that is moving a fair bit quickly. No, there we go. That's going that way. But we will jump on board. Oh, we've got 1 car in the pits. There is the Porsche Cup car. So we did get through everyone. We've got Ericsson starting from the back. We'll see how everyone gets on at the start. Not much time to warm up the time. And only sitting at 26 degrees. It will be Nopek leading the overall way, but it'll be Hanowitz, Konzig that are battling for the overall lead. Hanowitz on the front row with Konzig and Sherlock behind him, and he does have his teammate Gilroy. But there's the green lights. It's put down, it's flat out, it's flying into turn 1. Hanowitz falls straight into line, so too does Konzig. Sherlock leaves himself out on the left hand side with the move from Angelo almost being made. Sorry, Carr looking to be made. Oh, and it's got very close in the background there. Leon Westos finds himself 3 by. Oh, and then we've got a Ferrari clipped the wall there, 360s, and there's been a bit of collateral damage. Wild Things, Logan Dyer seemed to make it through quite neatly. He's got a battle on his hands with the QRT BMW Kisbergen on the outside, so Dyer making up quite a few places. Oh, and Damien Konzig is off and tumbling down the order. Damien Konzig then, not having a good Mercedes arena, he finds himself falling down the order massively. He's now down in 10th position. We'll try and catch a look at that in a moment. We'll see. There is Ryan Madsen, Danny McCutcheon and Jerome Jongen leading the way. Still in second place, sorry, in the Porsche Cup cars. Ajo Horman is still ahead and leading the way as European goes round the outside of the Aston Martin. It's phenomenal stuff there. Jace Wright getting a bit of a battle, and takes a bit of a tap from the Bentley, tries to control the back, does. And Damien Konzig gets a 2 for 1 there as he sails through the hairpin and gets himself back up a couple of positions. Jay Wright on the receiving end there. And it is Thomas Nopek still leading the way. Hanowitz in second. Gilroy, his teammate, now up in the 3rd place with Angelo. Oh, he's run deep there. That's going to cause him issues. It really is. His teammate, Gran, now going to have a hell of a decision to make because his teammate has given him no option here. But to go for the overtake potentially in the last chicane. Surely the Mercedes and the slipstream is going to absolutely destroy the distance here, which it absolutely does. We reach the braking markers. He does keep in line. Towing at the party line, so to speak, and it's a solid line of FNM drivers, the Fear Nothing Moto team. Look at that, absolute publicity shots there for the team as the 4 of them make their way along the start-finish straight of the Nürburgring. Nopek leading, Hanowitz in second, Gilroy third, is Angelo in 4th position. In the silvers, it is Tyler McCulloch. Another Fear No Moto driver. He's on the top spot in the silvers. He's on a very, very, very good start indeed. So too though Schoberg. He's actually just been overtaken by Jay Sherlock. Although Sherlock, Donald Simrison almost getting collected there. There's a couple of Sokolov, I think it was, run a bit deep. He's got a bit of damage there. It's Ajo Horman in the Porsche Cup car. Sees GT3s all around. He is keeping his head absolutely as cool as a cucumber at the moment. The QRT Esports driver looking very good in the Cup cars. He's put three cars, three cars, sorry, yeah, between himself and his nearest rival. So to his younger got a car between himself and Steiner with a car between himself and Madsen. Kaspergen has ended up massively down the order. Oh well, so at this point he's already down to 14th. Yeah, we saw him involved in a slight incident earlier. Oh, and through the final chicane, the Ferrari behind him looking ever so lively, gives him a tap, and that is all she wrote. Into the final corner, and that is possibly the worst angle you could be facing and position. You've absolutely got to hold your brakes for what feels like about a week and a half. And it is absolutely no fun whatsoever. Let's have a look and see if we can see what happened to Damien Konzik up at the front. He's absolutely surrounded there by Team Schumi Skins car, and the Mustang on the inside looked very closely in there, and it's the Mustang that gives him a tap through the Mercedes arena. And that is where we've joined Konzik dropping down the order. Sepp Le Guin much further down, and yeah, I think it was Jacob Curtis. Oh no, my apologies, that wasn't the Mustang. It was Sherlock. My apologies, it was in fact Jay Sherlock involved with that incident with Damien Konzik. No incidents for no pick. It's all going off. It's all going off. Damien Konzik's looking for overtakes, unsurprisingly, and he's got three fear nothing moto cars. You might not fear motos, but you should probably fear Damien Konzik when he's trying to get back to the top of the grid. He's got Carable, Stad, Gran and Angelo and Gilroy flying in perfect squadron formation ahead of him. He's got three cars to take in the Mustang. He definitely looks like he's got bang to rights. We've seen three McLarens up at the top of the grid since qualifying, and Konzik was one of them. So we know how this car does around this track, and we've seen how Konzik can do behind other cars. We've also seen what he can do ahead. We'll see if he can craft himself out some overtakes. Danny McCutcheon involved in the thick of things as well. Lemos, Horman just ahead of him. Horman having a phenomenal start to the race. That's not the car we want. There we go. His Porsche Cup car inside the top 20 no less. Lemos, McCutcheon, Flanagan and Ericsson all very close. Ericsson with a phenomenal start, starting from the back up to 23rd. So managed to avoid any early incidents. Damien Konzik, Lemos very close. Damien Konzik still getting close. Chase Wright looking to make a recovery. He's back ahead of Wessels. I think Wessels might have redressed that position there. Dice Bain in the wild cards within 4/10 of Wessels. So that's going to be an interesting battle. Bentley versus McLaren. Oh, and Horman there. You can see the difference in the grip between the Porsche Cup cars and the GT3s. It's all fine and well in a straight line, but through the twisty stuff you're always going to struggle. And you can see, although yep, exactly, in a straight line you'll do fine, but in the twisty stuff you're always going to struggle. And Horman nips to turn one much quicker than anyone else as McCutcheon looks to get a move done on Lemos. Oh, and he's maybe opened himself up to Planik there in the background as Planik fires into turn number one with the bit between his teeth, and Ericsson not far behind him in the Lamborghini. Ericsson, I believe, up 8 places so far. Ramis Abelstad up 5 places, best mover inside the top 10. Brogan Dyer himself up 5 places already as well. It's a 90-minute race with a 1 mandatory pit stop. So yeah, anything is still possible. At the moment, Damien Konzik not quite able to find a way past Tyler Carr. That is Chase Wright. That is Tyler Carr. On the back of his car, see just how close Konzik is getting. We'll have a good look in that rear view mirror. But himself and his teammates driving pretty spectacularly at the moment. Oh, Danny McCutcheon with a big off-track. Now let's have a look and see if we can see what's happened to the post drive. In the hairpin before the Schumacher S always opened himself up there, and the BMW, yeah, maybe a bit too keen. He did leave space, but I don't think the BMW was quite close enough. He only just touched the back corner there. So yeah, McCutcheon, very much wrong place, wrong time, facing the wrong way. He's just got back past, or there's where we go, Florinda. That is the Echo Airports car. I believe that's Steiner. Yes, it is. So Steiner just having a bit of a moment through the final chicane, being overtaken by a handful of GT3 cars. Hanowitz still trying to keep an eye on Nopeg, but there's now 1.5 seconds separating them. Those, and 1.5 seconds though. Down here, 6th through 8th is Konzig, Car and Abelstad. And in fact, Gran as well, 1.8 Gran ahead of them in the Mercedes. We can see the view that he has got. Just every now and again you see Damien Konzig peeking out and then disappearing, peeking out, disappearing into the hairpin. So close he gets to that Mustang. The breakaway up the hill towards the Schumacher. If ever Gran had a phenomenal chance to defend a solid top 10 finish, it is going to be with these two teammates fending off Konzig, although Konzig won't be fending off for much longer as they head out with the Schumacher S. He sends one up the inside of the Mustang. Mustang looking for the cutback, not able to make it stick. Damien Konzig up a position. Phenomenal racecraft there, a few laps of patience, sizes up where he is quicker than his opponent and gets the job done. But incredible move by the big brain driver. He now moves on to Abelstad. Oh, that's only 10 minutes gone, so much racing already. Tice Payne still trying to get past Wessels, who's got a second and a half to make up the chase right in the Lambo now. Wright will be certainly encouraged by the battle that's going on ahead of him, with ambitions to catch up there. I'm sure Gianluca De Luca, who was setting some good times in quality at the end there, couldn't quite bring them home, is closing in on silver leader McCulloch in 14th position. Not a bad day in the office for the Fear No Moto drivers at all. 4 in the top 10 in the pros, and the silvers being led by McCulloch. Soberg still ahead of Ray, 1.3 seconds is the gap there. Horman and Jongen now separated by 2.8 seconds and no cars. So we'll see if these two, so we'll see if Jongen can find a bit more race pace than he did in quali. It was a big old difference, half a second between them, which in the grand scheme of things isn't too far, isn't too much around the track. It's almost 2 minutes a lap. It certainly could be enough to keep Horman comfortably ahead and give him a good gap towards the end. Konzig doing a good job catching up to the back of Abelstad, starting to apply the pressure. Carr doing a good job hanging on to the back. We can just every now and again, there he is, see him appearing in that right hand mirror. Wow, really opening up the corner there for Abelstad ahead. Konzig not so much bothering. That is an incredible amount of grip to get from that inside line. Doesn't lose much in the way of time overall, but yeah, that gap's starting to play out now from that different corner. I was going to say, that was a lot of grip and time to not lose. Yeah, he did lose time, because here comes the Mustang roaring along the outside of him. They're trying to find a way past in that final chicane. It's going to be a tough ask to do so against the McLaren for the Mustang, but it looks like Carr is the driver to give it a go at the moment. Phenomenal battle there. Brogan Dyer looking for an overtake as well. He's got Jay Sherlock just ahead of him. A bit of Mustang on Mustang action for top 10 honours in the pros. Payne and Nopek, both wild cards, so if you take them out of the equation, it is in fact Sherlock who is 10th and Dyer who is 11th. Dyer's already got 5 positions to his name. Are we going to see any more? Sherlock dropping down the order after the contact with Konzig. So yeah, so both of these drivers we know have got a fair bit of pace. And yeah, we've got McCulloch just behind in the silvers. He could get a cheeky bit of slipstream and really be a fly in the ointment for quite a few of these cars up at the front. Abelstead still ahead of Konzig. Konzig perfectly positioned between these two. I'm sure he'd much rather be ahead of Abelstad. It was the Mustang that he's just got himself past. Now he needs to find himself a way past another McLaren. It's yeah, one thing overtaking another car. It's a bit more difficult when it is effectively the same car set at the side. Yeah, they're going to be taking pretty identical lines and braking points. Bruno Lemos, he's been overtaken by Solikov. Solikov making some moves to get his recovered Ferrari back towards the podium. Does have a bit of time to make up though, and in fact Ray has been overtaken by Schober. Oh no, sorry, Ray wasn't third. And Schober's still in second, my apologies. Yeah, McCulloch first in the silver, then Schoberg and Ray still on the podium. Florinda up a few places as well, 23rd. Overall, Le Guin and McCutcheon down the order after those early incidents, but they have themselves quite the battle down there as well with Porsche Cup cars mixed in there for good fun. Steiner, the lead of this little group. As you can see, a Porsche Cup being chased by Le Guin going past. Here comes McCutcheon and Mark. So McCutcheon sandwiched between the two Porsche Cup cars. You can see the traction on exit in a straight line again. We've seen just how quick these Cup cars can be. Pain in the McLaren. Still hunting down the Bentley. Wessel's doing a good job to make a very wide car even wider. As Payne tries to find his way past, nothing doing at the moment. Same too with Abelstad and Konzig, although just to say that into the airpin, Konzig having to look up the inside line, the McLaren, but Abelstad forced onto the outside line there. Konzig, no prisoners taken if there's an overtake there. Just enough room left by both drivers. Contact was never a concern when the two of them went side by side there, and Konzig almost getting the job done. Gets a good corner exit that time. Completely different line than he took on the previous lap. You can see how much that's paid off. The Mustang will not be getting very close in this one, but Konzig will absolutely get a bit closer just as we get through here on Advan Bogan. You can see how much more speed he's got. He's going to move to the inside line, which will be the outside on the way into the corner, inside on the way out. Where he's going to try a massive round outside cutback. He's not, no room left by Abelstad. He got there first. He's absolutely allowed to 100% stay on whatever line he wants through that corner. He did, and Konzig had to respect that, and he did, and that has let Carr get back close once again. Here we go, lap number 9. Seconds out, round 9. Here we go again as Damien Konzig is still looking to get back up to 6th position as Carr looks to apply a bit more pressure. Take Konzig's gaze off the back of an FNM car and put it onto the front of the FNM car behind them. Yep, I made that more complicated than it needed to be. Right with the Mercedes Arena, ooh, slightly more complicated there by Tyler Carr, and that's going to open that gap up again. Konzig really nibbling away. Oh, the driver ahead, kicking up a bit of dust now. Was that Gran? I think it was. There's no back markers at the moment, so it was Grant just running a bit lively there, and Konzig is absolutely running lively, as you can see, into the hairpin once again, all over the back. Definitely no room at the end this time as Abelstad keeps it planted on that apex. Up the hill towards the Schumacher S, a 10th.5 separate these two. Nopek 2.5 seconds up the road from Hanowitz and Gilroy. I've been saying that Fear Nothing Moto having a great race. Team Shumi Skins have got 2 on the podium. Adrian Hanowitz is absolutely moving. Oh, and that's a big wide corner entry there taken by Abelstad again. He was more than in front of Konzig, so that's absolutely the way to get it done. Konzig looking to rotate it very quickly and forcefully on that apex, but it is Abelstad takes the racing line. Oh, Konzig much later on the brakes, he's almost gone at the back. He's had to take a void next. I'm sure we're going to hear a Mustang come alongside, and there he is. He's going to look for the cutback out with the last corner, and he's absolutely going to get it. Konzig, unfortunately, getting a bit too close on the way of the final chicane. He's had the hammer on the anchors, and it's brought Carr right back into the hunt into turn number 1. heavy on the brakes. He's going to rotate that massive Mustang and into the Mercedes arena. He's almost going to have the car in front, but the McLaren is going to be nimbler on the brakes on the way in. They're going to be absolutely side by side through the middle section, and Konzig holding the middle line there so that the Mustang couldn't quite take the line he wanted, and that is the defensive move that has fended off Fear No Moto's latest attempt to take a position from Damien Konzig. And all the while, Rasmus Abelstad says, "Thank you very much, teammate. You've now put a second between myself and the driver that was very threatening towards my position." Leon Wessels has closed back up to Jace Wright. The Bentley is now going to find himself in a three-way. In fact, the 4-5-way battle, as we can see in the hairpin, is cars still all over the back of Konzig towards the Schumacher-esque. We go once again. Konzig, car right, Wessels and Payne right on top of one another. Payne in the wild card class. It's not bad for the wild cards. First and 11th, Sherlock 2.3 seconds down the road. Gianluca De Luca closing in on Brogan Dyer. McCulloch still just behind with Schoberg on the back of McCulloch. So, in fact, Doga Jure, so the top three in the silvers are within a second and a half of one another. Oh yeah, Dogach Array finds himself just right on the back of this podium battle then. McCulloch, Schoberg and Array. This one could get a bit spicy. Oh, and he's missed his brakes. Array's missed his brakes. It just did get a bit spicy there, but only for one of the drivers. Array misses his brakes into the final chicane. That gives Schoberg a bit of breathing space behind. But it's certainly going to be an absolute battle up ahead. We see Brogan Dyer trying to shake the slipstream of Gianluca De Luca. That's how close they are. There is De Luca there, just popped out in that white Ferrari. He's got the extreme inside line through turn number 1. Brogan Dyer really is being hunted down here. Wright and Carr now fully engaged. So too Leon Wessels. Multiple battles going on. I really do need to get a second PC so we'll get multiple angles of the races, because look at this that's going on here. The Bentley, the Lamborghini, the Mustang and the McLaren absolutely throwing down. And then we've got a couple of Ferraris, the McLaren and a Mustang throwing down just behind as well. So we can see Brogan Dyer's rear spoiler is not an empty view by any means necessary. The lights are being flashed by De Luca, really bringing the hurt to Dyer at the moment. All over the back, really looking to force that overtake them. Ferrari so much quicker through the middle phase of the corner, but on exit it is the Mustang that's always going to win out in a straight line. Through the Schumacher-esque they go. Already been through there is Damien Konzig. He's still got 7th place, he's still got Carr behind, he's still got Abelstad ahead. Carr now very much concentrating on Jace Wright in the Lambo, with Tice Payne very much in the slipstream. Leon Wessel, sorry, very much in the slipstream. Final chicane we go once again. Really brave on those track limits. Hour and 8 minutes left to go. So we could start seeing cars coming in. Only 25-degree track temperature, so an hour and 8 minutes shouldn't be too difficult on one set of tyres, which is what is going to be required for the mandatory pit stop to be carried out. McCulloch really is all over the back of De Luca as Wessels really getting close to the Lambo ahead. Konzig managed to keep a bit of breathing space between himself and these three behind. Certainly Wessels, no breathing space for him. Tice Payne, I guarantee every one of these drivers is absolutely grinning ear to ear right now with the battles they're involved in. We can also see Schoberg still keeping a withered eye on McCulloch, and it's it's an interesting one for McCulloch. And it's also a terrible car for rear view mirrors, so we'll jump on board helmet cam. So we can see it. Ooh, that's maybe a bit deep there. He's going to hang on to it just about, but the Ferrari behind is going to get very close indeed. It's the race win that's on the cars, but there is a battle for drivers just outside the top 10 in the pros going on. Directly ahead of the Payne, Wessels, Wright and Carr still fully engaged in their battle at the minute. That is a ding-dong one that is not going away any time soon. And hello to everyone in the chat, by the way. I haven't actually even opened the chat window yet. I can only apologise. It's been absolute action-packed chaos and overtaking from the start. So good evening to everyone that is in the chat. I think we've had, thank you, CRX Shane. Can I get a little quality and restart recap, please, David? Sorry, I missed that. I've literally just opened the chat there. Hello. How are we all doing? Regular Big Brain Moment says, Triton Talks. Light rain in 30 minutes. Oh my goodness gracious me. Bring it on. Tell me QRT doesn't do it best. Harry's about to share the link for the SimGrid host page. From there you can. Yeah, you can, from the SimGrid host page, sign up to the races and get the Discord link. And see Tyler McCulloch go for it up the inside. He's had absolutely no choice to go for the move there. To look at Dyer really are going for it, and it's costing them time to the drivers. McCulloch, given that the lights are flash, if you two can't get out of my way, or if you can't break away, then get out of my way, he will be saying, as we can see the two cars behind. And this is the podium for the Silvers. Horman and Jongen now separated by Kaspergen and Madsen. So quite a few seconds separating them. Rain in 30 minutes. Rain in 30 minutes. 25-degree track temperature. Depending on how heavy it falls, it's going to be an interesting tyre choice for the drivers. McCulloch having an absolute flyer at the minute on the battle. He's got absolute front row seats to one of the best battles in the house. Oh, Konzek all over the back of Abelstad as well. That's for top 5 honours in the pros as McCulloch heads towards Ad Van Bogen with DeLuca and Dyer just ahead of him. Dyer really feeling the pressure surely at this point. Oh, through Ad Van Bogen it's McCulloch. He's got an incredible run there. He's at, oh, and that is a big contact between the two of them on the straight as well. I think McCulloch might just feel a bit aggrieved at that one. Now let's have a look at this from McCulloch. We'll use chase cam. We'll see. Oh, he does get alongside, so he's got himself alongside here. Oh, and the Ferrari just moves over and gives him a double tap. Yeah, and that's cost him, more importantly, that's cost him the lead in the silver class. DeLuca already caught back up to Dogacher Ray. Or sorry, just been overtaken by Dogacher Ray, so let's put that battle to bed for the moment. Certainly not going to bed anytime soon. It's this battle between Konzig and Abelstad. In fact, Gran managed to find some time on Angelo as well. So the Mercedes driver starting to reel in his teammate. No one is reeling in Thomas Nopek at the moment. Adrian Hanowitz is himself 3.5 seconds up on teammate Ben Gilroy, who we just skipped over. Apologies, Ben. And, but 2 on the podium with then the Fear Nothing Moto Domination. They have a Lamborghini, a Mercedes. Oh, and Konzig's got past. Oh, big pal there. I don't know. Has Abelstad made a mistake? Abelstad, and finds himself overtaken by his teammate as well. He's going to be overtaken by Jace Wright and by Leon Wessels, who's absolutely in the hunt to get himself in position. Jace Wright on the extreme inside of Ad Van Bogen. Almost at the nerfy speed there. Almost makes contact with the Bentley. Into the final chicane. It is nose to tail stuff, and all the while Tice Payne is, he's now got the best seat in the house. Oh, he's missed his brakes. Sorry, he's not missed his brakes. He's got a bit close to the cars ahead out of the final corner. It's going to be very close indeed. Let's see if we can see what happened. Do we watch the battle into turn number 1, or do we try and figure out what caused all of that? Oh, nice and close because ahead. Oh, and they've made the slightest bit of contact, and here comes Sherlock. Sherlock can be gifted 2 positions on the way to the Mercedes arena. He is indeed. He almost got 1. Oh, and he's opened up a bit wide there. He's maybe not had the grip, but certainly a bit wide there. That's forced Payne off the track, but that is Sherlock back through. Now I think this might give us a view of what happened. Yeah, so no, we've missed what happened with Konzig getting the overtake on Abelstad. Ah, right, okay, nope, I think we have an answer. As soon as this replay is finished, I believe we have an answer. Okay, here we go. So this is Abelstad ahead of Konzig. We know this is not a status quo that is going to be maintained into the final chicane. Oh, now he has run a bit deep there, and that is a very... Oh, he's lost the back end. They've made a bit of contact, but he's completely lost the back end there as they were heading up towards the Schumacher S's. So I think that may have been the beginning of the end for that position. We've got Solberg and Dogatcher Ray, who now find themselves chasing down Brogan Dyer. It's looking a little less busy off Brogan Dyer's rear spoiler at the minute. Dyer 13th place overall, 11th in the pros, and as the silver leader, more than keeping him honest through Advan Bogan. We're almost at the hour mark as Jace Sherlock catching up to Leon Wessels once again. That battle could ignite at any moment as Carr had a good run as well, and his Mustang now 8th position behind Abelstad still. We're certainly closing in there. Grant's now within half a second of his and at the moment the drivers of course all trapped. We've got rain due in 30 minutes, as said. That appeared a few moments ago. So their mandatory pit stop is absolutely going to have to wait. Did Brogan have a whoopsie at the start or a bad quality? I think it was a bad... Oh, Brogan's just had a whoopsie. He's had another whoopsie. Yeah, he didn't have the best qualifying. He started in 17th. Yeah, so let's have a look here. Into the Mercedes arena we go. Nobody there, unless this is an absolute Sendosaurus Rex. Okay. Yeah, I came from a fair bit back there. And that has actually put Gianluca De Luca back ahead. So after the incident De Luca was involved in for the EOS Esport Academy car, he now finds himself back up to 14th position. I think we've invented a new game. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of musical chairs. Used to play it when you're younger. I think musical positions might need to be what we'll call the QRT races. The drivers treating these positions like hot potatoes, and David Gran as well. He is absolutely putting the pressure on his teammate. I think he is respectfully saying, get out of the way and let me ahead. It's going to be for a podium in the pros. Again, Nopek with the fastest lap in the lead of the race by 7 seconds is a wild card. So Hanowitz is leading in the pros, then it's Gilroy, then it's Angelo and David Gran. And as well, Gran will be saying to the team, listen, if I'm quicker, let me ahead. We do not want Konzig catching up to the two of us on top of one another. He is an assassin, and he will take those positions after not too many laps of sizing up the opposition. Jace Sherlock in the Mustang looking to do the same to Leon Wessels, who's still in touch just with Chase Wright. Tice Payne has dropped a position overall. Shout out apologies Hazel Horman and Porsche Cup fans. They do sound amazing and look incredible with the livery. But Horman now 3 cars still ahead of behind him, Kasperg and Madsen and Curtis. 2 pros and a silver, no less, separate them from Jerome Young. And championship leader Horman really does need a result this week. Again, the cars sound absolutely incredible. I know we're not supposed to use chase cam, but It's hard to argue. Ooh, we have a gambler. Christoph Planek has been into the pits and he's fulfilled his mandatory requirement, so he will be hoping that the track doesn't quite get to damp when the rain comes. And his dry tyres will last, can confirm. They are dry tyres, you can see the yellow mark on the side and no groove. And he turns through the corner, so Planek, first driver to take those mandatory requirements and get them dealt with. There we go, Harry with the links in the chat as well. Excellent, you messaged me earlier saying how he would be a typical Sunday driver tonight. Well, let's see how typical Sunday driving gets you on. Oh, Gilroy and Hanowitz. That is a big drop in the time there. I don't have any incidents shown for Hanowitz, but that, yeah, that's now down to a second. Let's see how Carr's getting on. He's catching up to his teammate Abelstad. Good headache for the FNM team to have. Two sets of teammates battling for positions. Schoberg is right in the back of DeLuca. DeLuca is behind Dogacher Ray. So Ray is now leading in the arms, in the silvers. Where's Ray? We've jumped just past him. Oh, DeLuca, massive off-track excursion there. So Dogacher Ray ahead, as DeLuca had another incident, or has Schoberg had a bit of a problem? Lots to go on. Oh, he was really ill yesterday. Yeah, some of you drivers are just absolute machines. But yeah, definitely sometimes best to rest up. We do only have about 5 minutes of coverage left of this one. There is a slim possibility we will be back for the end. A slim possibility, so do keep an eye on Discord. Twitch won't let you send notifications any closer than 4 hours. So yeah, in about 5 minutes time we'll be shutting this down, I'm afraid. We'll be back definitely Thursday night and next Sunday for the continuation of both of the series. But at the moment it is Thomas Nopek with the fastest lap and an 11-second lead of the overall race. Adrian Hanowitz and Ben Gilroy though currently battling for the lead in the pros. With Team FNM got a car on the podium in the shape of Angelo in a Lamborghini. All hail the LFM mob. We've got Damien Konzig down to 6th behind Grant with Abelstad and Carr, another 2 FNM teammates. 7th and 8th, of course 6th and 7th in the pros with Jace Wright in 8th place. Wessels, Dyson, Sherlock rounding out the pro top 10. Dogacher Ray has got himself into the lead, with Marcus Schoberg in 2nd place, and he is very close indeed. So the top 2 in the pros and the silvers right on top of one another at the moment. Not so in the Force Cup cars, as Hajo Horman is disappearing off into the distance. He's got himself a good about 10-15 seconds between himself and Jongen. He was about 6/10 quicker in qualifying, so no massive surprise. He is so far up the road. Darryl saying he's got to nerf him somehow, he's quicker than you. Yeah, he needs to start popping extra sandbags in his car. Sepp Le Guin having an off track. Oh wow, that is one of the downsides to running such a low car. Those curves, the car really can't interact badly. This is in sector 1. Okay, bit of a strange one there. Picked up a bit of gravel on his tyres, not much in the way of damage thankfully. So he will continue to carry on. But Ben Gilroy, I can outsmart him still. Exactly, it's the race IQ, that's what it's all about. That is what it is all about. Oh, what a battle is brewing here. The threat of rain, so they'll not be coming in to take their pit stop unless they plan on running potentially 20 minutes on a cold, wet track. It's going to be an interesting one. Apologies, but I do have to make preparations to take off. I will be back on QRT on Thursday night with Mr. Sean Madden for the next round of the GT3 Season 4 competition, and I'll be back next Sunday for the continuation of this absolute gem of a competition as well. So thank you to everyone that's tuned in for this evening's race so far. Big thanks to CRX Shane for the follow as well, just as we got started. Oh, he's just about. Oh wow, this is so close. So yeah, I may well be back for this, so keep an eye on Discord for the notifications, but if not, I'll be back on Tuesday night. Until then, stay safe, take it easy, and have a great rest of your night. Good night.